Hey, good evening, family. Sorry we late. Sorry I'm late.
New Moto G7 power.
Hold on, family.
The battery that lasts up to 3 days. For that amazing. We late. Sorry I'm late.
Mute that. Let me do it again. Sorry I'm late, family. Technical difficulty. I think we fixed it. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Make sure the bell is lit, so you'll be the first one coming to hear the powerful live stream of video. Okay, check out the description box. The links to my social media and also my hashtags. Make sure you share this stream through our social media. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also, I have PayPal and Super Chat. If you want to donate, that'd be very much appreciated. If not, I know how things at times is hard. All I'm just asking you, just hit the like button when you come in. All right. Now, you go mute your mic. She Stacy, whenever you come back, you mute your mic. You go ahead. You go, mama.
Okay. Hey, thank you for having me on the panel tonight, brother. You know,
Hey,
peace and blessings.
thank y'all for showing up. You know, we gonna talk about things that are real, that should be real for the brotherhood. And I think it's very important because through our social media, there's quite a few men acting like little kids. And we're going to define that tonight. There are men out here that you think they have money, houses, and all this prestige around them, but they damn act like little kids. We gonna talk about that tonight.
Okay.
Only want to point out to certain people in a certain class, or you don't take a good look at yourself. Acting like a bunch of elementary school kids.
Right.
So we talking about that tonight.
Okay. Should be a good one. Yeah. Either that or they're driven by material things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that they point their fingers at, oh no, look at what they doing. Those are the ones act like grown men.
Right. Right. Right.
And we want to why our brother ain't strong.
Right. Yeah. I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that. A whole lot of that.
Why you say that? You don't know. Oh, stop. I ain't little bitch now. Stop. Cut it out.
Right.
Want to take certain snipers of certain people, certain men, what they talk instead of hear the whole thing. That's little kid shit.
Right.
You into your feelings like that? I don't know. You're gonna talk about that tonight.
Right.
And majority of them, the sad thing about it, are professional men.
Right. Right. Always pointing fingers, right?
Yeah. And also working, man. But
yeah. Right.
And then we got to take a look at ourselves that, you know, hey, how we going to create this conversation of men? So I'll send out the links to some men, some brothers. Hope they come. So, we're gonna wait for some more people to come in,
Okay.
in the chat, because I know it's late and everything. They probably think I ain't started and stuff, so especially YouTube is slow, so
Yeah. Do the people be getting what do you call that? The notifications?
yeah, they say that some of them, yeah, she say Sleep said when we did report the cows,
Uh-huh.
when I was talking, she says earlier, significant one had
Uh-huh.
told him, she said, yeah, JT on. He said he didn't get it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Right.
JT, you ain't giving. No, I ain't getting notifications. You ain't get. I said nope. Like lately, she stay asleep. I usually get him. I get the notifications when he practically finished.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting his when he already began. Then sometimes I get it where he gets from the start,
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends how, YouTube be messing with shit though.
And they coming down. They coming down with a lot of rules, man. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Mm. Wow.
Hold on for 1 second, fella. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. So we waiting for some more people to come in. Oh, Todd Brown, what's up, Todd? Yeah, Tony Brown. Yeah. Tony Smith. Wait. I'm gonna send you a link. Yeah. He said he didn't get notifications. See?
Look at that.
I told you, YouTube. Tony, I'm gonna send you the link. Come on through. What's up, sis? Naomi, what's good? Welcome to the man's talk. Oh, damn. Tony Smith, come through. Man's talk tonight. Sorry, I'm good, sis. I'm good. I'm supposed to start 9 o'clock. And with technical difficulty and finally got through, so we here. Thanks for the queens to be here. Naomi, thank you so much. What's up? Okay, I see the link. Okay. Matter of fact, let's start off right now. So she stays sleeping. We on season me fill them in. All right. So again, welcome people. Welcome to the Man's Talk tonight. Let's talk about real things. So that's what we're going to do. I think this is a matter that we have to speak, because some of us as men, we not acting real. We be letting image get in the way. We letting certain priorities is not straight. We be thinking we better than everybody else, and then we don't keep it real. We be saying that we love our black men, we love each other as men, but we damn don't. And we gonna talk about that shit tonight. So any of y'all, I'm talking the one outside. I know y'all want to record stuff and do all that. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, I know, Tom. YouTube. Huh. You gonna redo it? Do it right. So wherever she stays, sleep, come back. I'm going. You there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right. You as a older man, the things we talking about, what things that we need to work on as men?
Hmm. Uh, Basically, I'm gonna begin with you know, uh, stop saying you could do things and you know you can't.
Mm.
You know, uh, or if somebody asks you and you know you really have a dilemma that you can't, you say, I don't think I can help, or I'm not sure. You know, don't say yeah, and then when it comes time to do it, you're flaking out. You're fronting the fraud. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think, I mean, men as a general rule, a lot of us can build on certain things, but after we build, what's the deal afterward? You understand? So there's a lot of us that would talk that good game, but yet don't put that what we talked about into use.
Yeah.
We just kind of like we get lackadaisical about shit, especially if they don't think they're gonna get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it's for the team and it's for everybody can eat, you start seeing people falling off. You know what I mean? They'll rock with you for a day or two or 3 days or so, but then after a while, yo, man, I had something else to do, man. Something more important than this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's about the best I could answer. Yeah.
Then the brothers that I'm gonna be inviting on, stick to the subject, please. Stick to the subject. Very important. Because sometimes we go here, go here, go here. Stick to the subject tonight. Because if not, I'm going to let you know. Stick to the subject. I'm not saying that he says some sub points goes with it. That's okay. But stick to the subject. Stick to the subject. Um, but I know you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Okay. Well, I know for me that maybe people don't think that, oh, I'm talking about the one outside. We all imperfect. There's no doubt about it, but it is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That why brothers that we cannot coexist together.
Right.
It is a problem.
Right.
And we got to rectify this issue quick.
Right.
Because in the long run, we hurting ourselves.
Right. Right. I think another thing I'd like to add, if you don't mind,
right.
We also get into that habit of if you look at a certain brother and he don't look like, what you think he might be, or favor whatever whatever your what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever your panacea, like what do you think it is, then you tend to like reject them, or you ain't down.
Yeah.
But that might be the guy that has everything. You see what I'm saying? So, and I've been in that situation plenty of times. I may not look like, to them, oh, he's, it's like judging a book by its cover, and we tend to do that a lot, instead of reading the pages. You know what I mean? That's why I said, in our last chat, I think we were saying like somebody I wrote down, this is a visual society, but what you may be looking at may not be the real thing. But then somebody countered it and said in the chat, well, that's just it. We're just a visual. I said, yeah, we are a visual society, but you have to make sure what you're looking at is correct, because you may not, you may look at something and think it ain't all that, but then you find out later on that person had the goods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and I was faced with that a lot in my lifetime, but
yeah,
you know, that's all right. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You know, because I would say, okay, you think so? Okay. But when they find out I'm somewhere else or doing something to progress, oh man, I didn't know you was down with that. Oh, I didn't know you know them people. And I look at them, I said, yeah, well, you thought otherwise. You thought I didn't know anything.
right.
You know, and I know you got that plenty of times in your lifetime, you know?
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, what you told Pretty Apple, thanks for coming. And then the ones that stay through it. We need your support. Queens are in the chat. Stay through it. Stay through it. All right. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. All right. I didn't get it, so I don't know. Yeah, let me know. But welcome, Loso.
What's up, man? What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Finally, I got it through. I had to mess with it a little bit.
Peace, Loso. What's good, my brother?
I'm all right, man. Just exhausted, very tired, but you know, man got to do what a man's got to do. But God bless everybody on the chat and on the panel as well. God bless everybody.
Right. You were traveling, right? You was traveling a lot, right?
Not only that, you know what I'm saying? It's just things that happen in life. You got to put in order. You got to fix them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just everyday basis of what life is. So, you know, I'm just a little bit under pressure, but it ain't nothing that I can fix. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Loso, what we talking about tonight? What things are real, and so that's what we talking about as men. We got matter of fact, let me read the show. Let's talk about the real things. Yeah, there you go. And the ones that showed up in the chat. See something. Hold on, family. Hold on. Let's see. All right. See. All right. But that's what we talking about. Things, real things. So and what you could what we talking about though. So how some men that sometimes they look down. What he was what Muhammad the one was talking about. They look down on people, and they assumed that they got to be a certain way, and kind of find that it's not. And salute to you, Poetic Kells. Poetic Kells, do me a favor. The chop up that we did together, what you go in there, you can post that in there, please. You can post that in there, please. So, but that's what we talking about. So, she stay sleep. If you there, you go mute your mic. Muhammad's the one. You gonna mute your mic because ain't nobody really hearing anything. You can mute your mic.
I know why. Now I know why. I told him, I said, tell the truth. I don't give a fuck. I'm not with you. You're not my damn man. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so what we just talking about sheep face sleep do real things. We was talking about the attitudes, how some us as men be acting like we think we better than somebody because we have this and we have that, and we don't look at that person. We don't look at the next brother that has character. we always look at the imagery of us as a people. So how do you feel about that, brother? Los D Punch Out TV. Salute to you.
Loso, what's good, bro? I ain't forget about
What's
you.
up,
But
my brother? I'm all right, man. I'm doing all right.
all right. Well, how I feel about that is, I feel like that usually is one thing that comes in a way
Mhm.
between us brothers, and I feel like if brothers is about unity, then we gotta stop allowing little frivolous shit to come in between us, because at the end of the day, that's gonna keep us separated, and that at the end of the day, that's what they want.
Mhm.
That's what the real opposition wants.
Right.
Want us to be separated. If brothers can't work with each other, then brothers just don't need to deal with each other at all. At this point in time, man, with what's going on in the world and shit like that, if brothers ain't gonna work with each other and try to get money and do some type of business and be constructive, there's no need to be around each other, because if we not gonna be positive and constructive, then what is the opposite of construction? Destruction. So, and it's better off. It's better that we don't be around each other than to be destructive to one another. So
Mhm.
that's how I feel about that.
Oh yeah, before I continue, almost forgot. The one and only, she stays asleep. The spoken truth for our community. Tomorrow night, prime time, 9 o'clock, he will chop it up with me on the darkest round table. That's right, the one and only that you're seeing right now. She stays asleep. The spoken truth for our community. He gonna come by, chop it up with the one and only underrated one, the darkest round table tomorrow night. I'll be missing it little here,
You know
little here.
what? I want to say this. Yesterday, I went to the studios for the first time in a year and a half. Forever see my videos that I did. Tony Smith was there. One time for him, one time for everybody that was there supporting me at the studio. But I almost got shot and killed by my own homeboy that I know for 17 years. I almost had a shootout with my own homeboy. I went to go see my uncle, and I almost came out probably murdered. Or something would have happened to my dog that I know. So I just want to say something in reference to what Sleep said. Remember, if we're not here for each other, if we're not here to ride for each other, then why we in each other's face then? Why we gotta be so destructive towards each other? And the real is that nobody wants to talk how they really feel about each other. Might have a grudge against the brother, against the sister. You might have a problem, and you want to keep that shit all boggled in. And you want to hate deep inside instead of talking like a real brother and letting them be know what's going on so we can fix the problems and issues. You see, when you segregate yourself into that type of hatred and into that type of fakeness, that's all you're going to get. Nothing but negativity and fakeness. Well, you know what? I'm in a plan right now where I'm trying to do good and I'm trying to do positive. But that could have been my ass yesterday. You feel me? So we all should take a lesson and really sit back and learn what all my brothers are talking about. And I want to congratulate all my brothers and sisters that are putting in much work and what they doing. But if we don't face facts and see that it's even leaders and brothers and queens as leaders, some of them look at each other with beef. Some of them got animosity and hatred, or even got some type of grudge against each other. They don't talk about it, but you can see it in their face. If you hate a brother, let it be known. If you can't stand a brother, let it be known. Because I'm telling you, it might be a dude or a nigga pulling out a gun on you and killing you just because of a he say, she say wordplay. I think brothers and sisters, we need to communicate more. And like Sleep said, if we ain't gonna do shit about it, they just shut the fuck up and just leave it alone. That's my take on that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this too, that us as men, tonight we gonna concentrate as men. If you know, I don't care what status a brother is in, a brother is in a man, whatever you call it. If he acting like a little kid, gotta call that shit out. I don't care what prestige he have. I don't care whatever it is. If you're not willing, swallow your pride. If you're not willing to do whatever you can to support the brotherhood, like I said, throughout humanity as men, but we're gonna say, well, we are talking about our people, but we're gonna talk about throughout humanity, humanity too. It ain't gonna work. I'm not dealing with little boys, keep on eating all Gerber food, but at times you want to eat grown up food. You want to have chances. You want to, you want to eat a Gerber food, but then when it's time for grown up food, you want to hide. Now, the point is, babies eat Gerber food. Grown men, we eat grown food. Babies still learning. They go through channels. Grown men, we still go through the channels and gain knowledge and wisdom. Now, it seems like some of us has going backwards. And then there are some in the association do not want to check them. And to me, and I know brothers on the panel, and even the ones in the chat, got a big problem with it, especially me. I mean, I guess especially me, but I said me, I got a big problem with that. You just cannot say that I want to work with you, but you want to handpick a brother that you comfortable with, that you don't want to take the time and sit down with that brother that you don't hardly know and get to know. See, I remember this was happening when I was little. I seen it. But now we still don't want to learn. We don't. We still do not want to learn to work with each other. We want to handpick. We want to get on the biggest platforms throughout social media. We want to say, yeah, black man, yeah, we want to work with black men, yeah, we want to do this and everything, but they go back to their happy asses and want to work with the ones that they comfortable. And then I'm not gonna bring up the sisters because tonight, I'll bring it next time, but they see it. I be here throughout YouTube that they say, yeah, we want to work with them. I hear over here people listen, I'm not working with them. That person don't have what I have, shoot. I'm better than them, they don't know what they're talking about. Then you got some brothers, they so up in their asses and shit, wearing fucking Kotex. They wanna take snipings, record, or whatever you say. Oh, this is what you say. This is what you say. Instead of be a grown ass man, hear the rest what they're talking about, and whatever disagreements it is, straighten it out. And you expect me? She stay asleep. Muhammad's the one. Loso, Tony Smith. and I'm talking about the brothers, to respect your funky asses. Now I understand that there's problems, you know, get along with certain brothers because in the past, I get it, I get it. There are some brothers you can't work with. They are toxic. I get it. I'll be the first one to say it. If a brother toxic, you shouldn't work. I'm with that. All right, brother Rob, I see you the link. Watch out for it. So tonight, again, let's stick to topic. I want to stick. That's the topic. That sounds corny. Stick to the subject, please. Brother Rob, I send it to you. We don't even like to work with different demographics of brothers. We don't. Brother Rob, I'm gonna send you the link. Watch out for it, family. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Brother Rob is an educator. He's a family man. I live by myself. But he don't look down on me. I don't look down. I mean, I'm just saying. Muhammad's the one. It's a junior elder for our community. He put in work. He don't look down on me. We work together. Likewise, I work with Brother Rob. She stays asleep. Raise his family.
Because guess what?
Raise his family. Got a degree. But see my worth. And I see their worth. You see how that is? Tony, same thing. Loso, same thing. That's all right, brother. We work with you. We don't work. Just come to the panel. We need you. So the brothers that feel contrary, we gotta ask that question: Do we really want the brotherhood to function? Do we really want the brotherhood to be strong? Are we willing to put whatever individuality, thinking, and attitude on the side for the betterment of our community, especially the brotherhood? I want to know that shit. See, I'm talking like this because I've been doing it. I'm going through it right now. And I know there's brothers up here having too, and the brothers in me. We said that we want to talk about real things. We said we want to talk about it right here, but some of us, we don't. We want to keep this train rolling of negativity and stick our chest up. Look at me. I done this. I done it. But you ain't shit. You got to come up to me. And while at the same time, instead of go forward, we going backwards. I ain't gonna talk to that person because that person live in the hood. Or that person is a middle class. I don't care. I got this and that. I'm gonna retire those 4 years. Well, take the 4 years and shove it up your fucking ass. Wow, we letting money get in the way of the brotherhood. Hey. Yeah, you're right, Porter. You're right. There's some of them do that. But over here, we don't. We don't. We don't put strategy. No, we don't. We don't put strategy, brother. No. I could say that I'm blessed on this channel. I work with some brothers that are dynamic in their own way. Do we get into it at times? Yes, we do, but we are family. And I am blessed. And I could throw Gab in the piece too, and Brother Art, the professor of our community. And I can say each brother that I'm seeing up here, and Tony, I need you up here, brother. Wherever you finish, I need you up here. Need to be up here tonight. Be very, very much appreciated. Porter Kelsey got it. I want you up here, please. Thank you. And oh yeah. Before I continue, tomorrow night, prime time, 9 o'clock. The one and only Sheet Stay Sleep TV, the spoken truth for our community. He be chopping up with me on the Darkness Roundtable. That's right. Tomorrow night on this channel, 9 o'clock, Sheet Stay Sleep will chop it up with me on the Darkness Roundtable. Don't miss it. Tell everybody about it. I'm gonna be mentioning it not often, but they'll hear. But I could say this, that on this man's talk, that I know a lot of us as brothers, we don't feel good at times. But we get up here because we need the brotherhood. We want to straighten things out. We want to work with brothers. It's not like just work with each other, but we ask brothers to come here and work with us. So I understand that we do the work, and then even they are sisters, they are queens. They know we doing the work. Because there are some queens, you know what I mean? They said, why is not enough men come and come to the man's panel? I mean, come to man's talk. To tell the truth, I can't answer. I don't know. We want to handpick people that we want to be with, that we want to do business with, that we want to build up families with. That's why on this channel it's special. It's special. Because despite each of us think differently at times, but we willing to work together as brothers. It's not all about being right, and it's not all about being wrong. It's be committed. That's all we saying. Be committed to the brotherhood. Be committed to each other and work on ourselves first, but at the same time, let's rely on each other. And after that, Brother Rob, welcome, brother, as always.
Well, no doubt, I feel welcome. I was trying to feel the vibe, get the spirit of what we was talking about tonight. You know what I'm saying? But of course I got things on my mind that I thought was important, but I'm willing to fall back and listen to what we talking about and try to stay on topic tonight. You know what I'm saying?
No, brother Rob. You be thinking sometimes you get on top, but you don't, because sometimes some things it does connect it. So man, we ain't really talk about you. So and we do want to hear of the educational part too. Why it's so important for us as grown men that we gotta be forearmed. So we do need to hear that. So please.
Yeah, no doubt. I was of course the Mueller report came out yesterday, and I've been following it the whole time, really Trump's whole presidency, 45. And I just hope that people been paying attention because we living in historic times. I mean, of course, Barack Obama's presidency was historic, but this this presidency right here is historic in its own way. And I just love to get people's ideas and feelings on the Mueller report, and how I know you chopped it up about. I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole thing. Uh, I started it, but I had so many phone calls to make today that I just wasn't able to listen to it. But could you just give me like a rundown of what you talked about? That way I can know where to start.
Well, what I talked about, I read it from that part from the New York Times. The story is in the description box. And after I read that, I talked about that it's very important that we know of forms of government, and we have to know the legislation. We have to understand what's going on because whatever he do, it does hurt our country, but at the same time, us as a people, it's really hurting us. So I was saying about the Mueller report, we have to really dig in for us as a people and know the legislations and know the proceedings that was happening because what happened was that they are. I'm talking about the. I call Trump our Orange Crush 45, and what he is doing right now, he is throwing throwing a curveball out there and saying this is a witch hunt, and then you got the Attorney General Barr. He is actually lying, and he's no good. And so you find that these other Republicans, and they cheer on everything. And what other people is saying now in Congress that American people, you have to pay attention of the government and stuff. And so to me, it's just a beginning. And so for me, we are talking about historical, like what Brother Rob was talking about, historical of it's going to come down of the Constitution crisis. And part of the Constitution crisis, no matter we like it or not, we in that. And despite we got liberties and they still think about 3/5 and say I heard they went on 4/5 or whatever. But you gotta think of vote registration is going by, and at the same time, and I'm talking about men now, and it's going to be next year, not that long from now. It's going to be a new president might be picking, and and so this is just going to get very, very thick, and us as men, we have to pay attention to it. We have to have these discussions because you got men, they are lying, they are deceiving people in this country. And the sad thing about it, there are some men working the government that are working with Trump. I call Orange Crush 45. And Malik, my brother, if you want to get on, let me know. So we have to really pay attention to it in the near future, man, because this could really get ugly. And then when I'm talking about the Constitution crisis and stuff, then you got a foreign country that have violated uh, elections and elections actions in 2016. There are also people that is saying right now that they are people that they trying to fix it of the past midterm elections, and they saying and back now in 2020 that it could be more. So the Mueller report, he tried to do the best he can, and but at the same time, thank you, Tony Smith. Thank you so much. So tonight, I don't want to get off the subject because we want to talk about real things, and it's all about the real things and stuff. For us as men, I urge us as men, we have to go know what's going on. I'm not saying that dwell on it. No, I'm not saying not dwell on it. For us as men, we better know what's going on because these men, and we ain't gonna talk about the women, because the women part of it too, but we talk about men. They gonna do whatever they can to deceive us, and they acting like little kids.
Yeah, facts, JT. First of all, welcome to the panel. Peace, everybody. How y'all doing, man? Peace, Sheep. Hey, Sheep, I didn't see you in the chat the other day on my round table drink. I just seen the replay on that, man. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Sheep, but peace to you, bro. No doubt. What's going on? Peace, bro, right? I'm chilling, man.
Peace, brother Tony. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically the follow up on what JT was saying. Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry out here, man. We got way more bigger fish to fry in this world than like each other, man. So, you know what I mean? We gotta stay focused. Stay focused on the mission.
Yeah, anybody can go on it.
Yeah. So this is what I was trying to frame, right? So boom. You know what I'm saying? We know we got a president that might not be honorable. He lie a lot. And this makes them politically weak. The Republican Party is politically weak. And so what that means is the party that we typically vote for, the Democratic Party, right? That's the party we typically vote for. That means that they're going to be reactionary to his weakness, right? So why not put some seeds in their mind? Why not push some legislation? We should have been pushing legislation like, hey, any police officer that shoot an unarmed man, and this is your second time doing it, you go get tried just like anybody else. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. But we could have been pushing economic policies, social reform policies. We just now about to start talking about prison reform, and this and Orange 45 about to leave office. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like we didn't kind of drop the ball, but we can still pick it up. And I just wanted to see where people mind was on that, and then the Mueller report, right? I'll just say this. They ran they like Bill Barr was like his blocker. You know what I'm saying? He put a narrative out there that, hey, it's no collusion in it, right? When that's not what the reports say. And so people go in they mind, they not looking for collusion because dude said that it ain't none there. So they mind not open to the possibility that it is. Really, the Mueller report, and I'm about to shut up, right? The Mueller report is like a baton that he handed to Congress to impeach this guy. All they have to do with the plethora of examples of him obstructing justice. Because JT, if you was to call somebody that was supposed to testify against you, you're going to jail, whether you said, hey, good morning, how you doing, and hung up. If they had the transcript, just because you called them, that's obstruction of justice. You know what I'm saying? Not only did he call them, he met with them and told them that, hey, I got a pardon for you too down the line, G. You got some powerful friends, fam. You see what I'm saying? So Mueller basically gave them a indictment sheet, basically. This is the shit that he did. Y'all go ahead and indict him now. And that's what I feel like that report is for. And if people, I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but if you go to volume 2 oh shit, that's where the rubber meet the road. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you can skip everything. Just read volume 2 of the Mueller report, and that'll tell you everything you need to know for this guy to be impeached and be possibly going to jail because of abuse of power. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And on top of that, and I'm for real, I'm gonna shut up right here. And although there's no precedent to indict a sitting president, all that was the opinion of a Supreme Court justice. And all we need is one more a dissenting opinion and the cocksucker going to jail. Straight like that.
Okay. And and I want y'all to follow this up too. Now it brings back to the point. Thank you, brother Rob. And it goes back to these points here. That this how some that's how some brothers be acting on here. They act like that Attorney General Barr. If you think about it, let's be honest. You got somebody that is the head, and some of our brothers, I have to say this, they know what other brothers do wrong, but they turn their head. And like I say before, they want to record what they want. And then they get mad when you point out what they doing wrong. So you think about it, the soap opera that Orange Crush 45 has caused it ain't no different. Some of us brothers is doing right now. It ain't. Want to cause confusion, want to control the narrative. And what is they doing, like Brother Rob was saying, and what is they do? They don't even want to work with the Congress that the people had elected. But it goes back right here, right now, as we see as brothers on the panel, and even some in the chat, and even some brothers in the chat, even sisters, they want to work with certain ones because they feel comfortable, even despite they know they bunch of fuck ups. So what they do in the government and some of us doing right now, there is no different. Because the ones that is causing these crimes, and I'm talking about government and stuff, they feel they entitled, to break the law. Don't give a damn anybody else. What do you think our brotherhood is right now? They are some of the brothers think they so entitled. They say they don't want to work with you. They say they don't want to build with you. And then they look at you that they think what your experience in this world don't even count. Just as the same way as the government. Same. Hey, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, but you gotta keep in mind, and you're right about everything you're saying. The reason why those people feel like that they can just do what they want to do with no disregard is because, like you said, they got a brotherhood. They united. So they feel like as long as they're united and they divide everybody else, that's easy for them to win the race. Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I think this is where we, as Black people, drop the ball. And starting with the men, keep everything on topic, on subject. Right after the so-called civil rights era, right then and there, Black people should have united to form their own voting bloc. So you're not either a Democrat or Republican, because both of those parties really doesn't cater to our needs. Okay? And there's an old saying I heard by Brother Entume, who used to sing Juicy Fruit. He says, left wing, right wing, same bird. Okay? And if you really look at these things nowadays and how things have turned out to be, if we would have did that in the 60s, right now, the younger generation would be better off for it. Because I believe, like, take a look at the Asians. Their voting bloc, you don't hardly see them, but they're very powerful. You see what I'm saying? We could do the same thing. And we should have did it then. That was our time to really step up to the foul line and sink that shot. Because at that point, we would have manifested our own destiny. Because to put it in the hands of these people, and like you said, JT, it increased to what, 4/5? You said 4/5 of the human being? All that would have been erased, brother. And again, with the men, they messed up. They dropped the ball. Because those were the leaders back then. And they had a shot to do it. They had a shot. But I don't know what happened. And then all of a sudden, this is where we are today. Because look, think about this for a second. Let this sink in. They always put these democratic figures in front of us. We don't even know who they are. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, where I live in the Bronx, Hillary Clinton came around here looking for the vote. You should have saw that line going across the street in the Dreiser Center. That thing went all the way around the supermarket, all the way back out to Co-op City Boulevard. I mean, a line full. And she only stayed for 10 minutes. And I said, yo, what are you people doing? Oh, but we got it. I said, no. What are you doing? Why are you voting for her? Oh, well, that Trump dude. I said, well, it don't make a difference because in the end, they're gonna fit this guy in there. And I kept telling people, it doesn't matter because in American folklore, especially when it comes to those occasions, what's the roll call? They're for the women to stand by their man, and that's what happened. Okay, because I remember succinctly the day of the election, Hillary had planned to have a barge full of fireworks on the Hudson River to celebrate her victory. Somewhere around 5 o'clock that afternoon of the day of the election, brother, they told her, no, can't do. Cancel that action. So once I heard that over the radio, I said, oh. See, and going back to us as black men, we have to form our own voting bloc. There's what, 14 million of us in this country, or even more than that? Because I don't even believe those numbers. That's what they tell you how many. That's counted off the census. Who really counts us? You see, that's another. We go for the okie doke. See, we go for the okie doke every time. But see, and I will, be quiet after this one. See, especially when it comes to us as men, we tend to go for, there's a thing they call being a clutch popper. So the Clintons come around, their car goes bad. Oh, I'll help you fix that clutch. Then you fix the clutch and they ride off. Or we'll be back for you, and they never come back. No, I want to ride in the car this time. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So again, we always get duped into something that's not for us. And it's about time our men, starting with the men, matriculating down to the women, we got to get that stuff straight. We got to get that stuff straight. Straighten in fast, in a hurry. in a hurry because, like you said, JT, all these things they're putting together is to hurt us. They're trying to move us out of neighborhoods. They're doing this. I don't know, JT and Sheep, if you heard, a couple of NYCHA developments are already up for sale. They already sold the Polo Grounds on 155th. So what are they going to do with that? Where are you going to put those people? You see what I'm saying? So, again, men, we have to pay attention and go out and do these things, man, because without that, it will be business as usual.
Hold on. All right, thank you. The CIA. Check this out. Ain't going to be none of that. Did someone say Clinton? If you do not like what we talk about, you can leave. Okay? If you got a problem that somebody said Clinton, you can leave. Y'all can go ahead. Go ahead and build, brothers. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, for that person in the chat there, because I can't see the chat. People that worked under the Clinton regime, they had so many mysterious deaths. Let's start with Ron Brown, the former Commerce Secretary, found in the plane crash with a bullet behind his head. Behind his ear. She did that thing with Gaddafi. Gaddafi had gotten to speak with Minister Farrakhan to have blacks come over there because he had housing, subsidized housing, free education, free medical care. He was about to create a United States of Africa for those people that don't know. I'm giving you a jewel. Listen carefully. He was about to have a lot of our blacks from here go over there because he had about 10 African heads of state in his office. Okay? Now, when she got word of that, how do you think that all that stuff, what they call that? That bomb, when they got at him, and a couple of 4 servicemen were killed, and they blamed her for it. Then after she did that, she left the post of Secretary of State. Come on, man. Huh? Come on. So to that person in the chat, don't think that she's all that. That they have, and then even with the earthquake in Haiti, she, along with Sir Bill, sent pounds of rice that were no good, and them Haitians got diabetes. Rice in an earthquake. Them people, that's why when the election came, why do you think them Haitians in Florida voted for Trump? Just to get back at her. You see? So don't think that she's free and clear, because that woman, and then when she made Barack Obama say to denounce Minister Farrakhan, why would you do that? Because when it came to the Aretha Franklin funeral, she was sitting 2 or 3 seats away from Farrakhan. She couldn't even look at that man. Okay? She couldn't even look at him. All right? And he was cool enough not to say a word during that whole ceremony, because he's a wise man. He knew when it was time to speak and not to speak, because he didn't want to upset the apple cart, because that would have looked bad. And then when they took pictures of all of them on the stage, notice how the TV cropped his picture out of there. See, we got to pay attention, black man. Black man, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Understand what's happening. Okay? And don't think everything is sweet as pie with these people, because it's not. The best thing you could do with these people is decipher information when they tell you, because they love giving information. That's one thing they will do. But you have to take it down and study it and do what you have to do. And watch it. And watch them. You know, and I hope that I can shed light on that to the person in the chat that says that has a problem with me saying it with Clinton, because both of them, to me, I just couldn't pull the lever on either one of them. I voted down ballot, but I couldn't pull the lever on either one of them. You know, let's put some steak and potatoes on that plate. Maybe I'll vote. And I don't even eat red meat. Okay? That's all I got to say, JT.
Okay, thank you. Before you get CIA, all right, you say you coming clean, but you know you came in that, so we have a right to react a certain way now. So I'm just saying, he could be here. My doom shot is that I already gave, let him know. Any stupidness, get him out. Okay, she stay sleep. You want to hit on that, bro?
Yeah, deal.
Nah, not really. I don't got too much to say on that. I was just listening.
Oh, okay. Okay, whatever you want to say, so feel free. But get back what I was saying. I do want to put this question out. Why we still see certain segment of brothers still work with the same ones? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but they refuse to branch out to others. Anybody can hit that, please.
Well, I'm gonna say for the most part, a lot of times, it's favoritism. People like who they like, and people gravitate to people who they like. And a lot of times when when you have a close relationship with a person you like, a lot of times people tend to not think about reaching out to other people because they feel like they feel like they're satisfied with who they're dealing with. So, you know, a lot of times though, it's not a good thing because it stops growth, and a lot of times too, um you really could be skipping over some people who could be a great resource, to the cause when you're so invested on who your who are your favorites. I think people should focus more on the information instead of the person,
Right.
because a lot of times too, that's how a lot of shit gets stirred up on platforms and in chat rooms. It comes from personality worship. People
Mm-hmm.
get so
Mm-hmm.
they forget that these people have going at over it, it shouldn't be like that, because a lot of times that makes shit worse than what people should let people hash shit out and let it be. Don't get caught up in liking your favorite content creator, because sometimes you could be blinded and you can miss a lot of shit,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes that could be to our detriment. So that's how I feel about that. People, we need to reach out to people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I do want to say this: when I came back from my second exile, one of the persons that I reached out first back is She Stay Sleeping. We still had talk about things like this, and I'm not gonna get into it, but get to everything. But we always talk as a big bro. We gotta reach out to people, man. We said we gonna serve our people. We gotta reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of masturbation too. That and I feel that we did it, and there's other brothers on the panel had done it, and I know we talk about the election. We just bring out a point so the people in the chat, let's stick to subject, please stick to the subject. Thank you, and Now, thanks a lot, she sleep, for saying that. DD, welcome, welcome. Um, but this is the question. No, I'm gonna keep on talking for a few minutes, and then y'all can build off this. That what I seen also too. No, it's man's talk tonight, DD. It's man's talk tonight. So just you. Thanks for your support. Stay there, just Bill. Um, I found out that we talk about YouTube. Well, it happened throughout social media, but I find out, especially on YouTube, that there's a person could bring out a valid point for our community, and I'm talking about brothers. Instead of hit them up on the back chat, right? They just go to the next brother's channel and get on and just berate them. And really they berate each other. And the question is, how do we deal with that? How do we help these brothers to understand that there's a right way to do this, and also is they willing to listen? Anybody can take a shot at it, please.
I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump back on in a minute.
Okay.
I think the best way to deal with shit like that is to call it out. Call it out. You know, let let the brother know who's being messy to stop being messy, man. Because it's a lot of that shit go on YouTube with men. It's a lot of messy ass dudes that do messy shit. And if you got a problem with a dude
Oh.
keep it pushing.
You working, bro?
Yeah, you breaking up. You breaking up big time. You breaking up big time.
Yeah, you working, bro?
You're breaking up bad, she stay asleep.
Hey, JT, yeah, to piggyback off of what Sheik was just saying, though,
Right.
like he said, that type of behavior from a man, that is kind of messy. Y'all, I wanted to say the same thing. He took the words right out of my mouth. And, some of them people that do shit like that, we can't really stop them. Like some of them, it's just going to be what it's going to be. And then other ones, we can put the olive branch out or the olive leaf and they might accept it. But yeah, man, like to me personally, that's messy. Like men, we not supposed to go behind each other backs, acting different in one circle from another circle. Like a man, we supposed to stay on our core like principles and values. You know me, that's what I always preach, man. Yep.
But that's one thing though, and that's one thing I always say. Where's the values that brothers used to have? Where's the consistency and the diversity and just the mutual respect that we used to have like back in the days, eye to eye. Even if we were enemies, we would still look at each other eye to eye, show each other respect like men. I don't think that value is so up to it right now. Sometimes I just sit back and I just see niggas get messy because they want to get messy. They want to get ridiculous. They want to get dumb. And that's when they fall off the slumps. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whack album. Once it flocks, it never goes back to being the same way. You see, a brother or anybody that's within that level, they're not born that way. They're taught to be that way. So once they stay aware that they are and they resemble as the way they were raised, so if they got these tendencies, believe me when I tell you, they will do whatever it takes to be messy because that's how they were raised. And that's how I feel about that.
Okay. Brother Rob.
Well, it's kind of like a loaded question in a way, you know. Number one, I say that if you really want to do some work in the community, and dealing with other men, you gonna need some patience, you know, cause we can't really expect somebody that came out of dysfunction to be able to function properly. You know,
Yeah.
we have to take into consideration. You know, this is the first generation of men that came out of the crack era. The crack era babies, right, are now like damn near granddaddies and grandmamas now. You know what I mean? So like because of that, all of that gotta be taken into consideration on the empathetic side, right? But on the whole nother side, and I mean, I don't make no qualms about it. That's just the Chicago way. You know what I'm saying? It's either all good, right, or it's all bad. You know what I'm saying? So, on the flip side though, right? All men are gonna be judged by two criteria where I'm from, by what you say and what you do. And so obviously, right, because we on YouTube, we can only really judge each other by what we say. Because I don't see what you on every day, you know what I mean? I can only judge what you say. And the recklessness of some of our brothers, or some of our niggerized thinking brothers, you know, we ignorant, when we get to referring to each other. And we put each other under such a deep microscope, boy. I'm talking about we can point out every flaw that every brother got in the world. We talk about that shit every day, all day, right? But when it's time to judge the enemy, motherfucker ain't even been following it. You did? I don't understand why it's so very easy, so
Facts.
very easy to judge our brother. Man, this simp ass nigga, this educated lame ass nigga, this thug ass nigga, this dumb ass nigga. We got 1,000,000 names to describe ourselves. How many
Facts.
names we got to describe our open enemy? The man that purposely gave your ancestors syphilis. The man that enslaved your great, 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 great grandfather. Whether he was Aboriginal, if you believe that, or he was African or whatever, however it go, he stripped him of his manhood. How many names you got for him? All we call him is the white man. The white man, we don't even call him the white man. We refer to it now as white supremacy. That's so nice and politically correct, ain't it? It's white supremacy.
Facts.
It's the system. Hey, don't you realize that it is an evil white man that's running that same system that you're referring to? So I'ma always, if somebody gonna judge me, Brother Rob or some, Brother Rob think he know everything. Brother Rob this, Brother Rob, whatever however you want to judge me, you go ahead. I'm gonna be accountable to myself, right? And say that I'ma always stick to what I know. I ain't gonna talk to you on this motherfucking YouTube or in person in a way that I'm gonna bring out something to where you want to do something. I'm gonna be respectful first, and then once you get to talking reckless, like I said, It's only two motherfucking ways with me, Joe. It's either all good or it's all bad. So I spent some time trying to understand your point, just out of respect. You know, ain't no timidness over here. You know, I'm a
Exactly.
whole man. I'm a whole man. I'm willing to hear what you got to say if it's backed up by something other than your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I get my thoughts and opinions from Marcus Garvey. Thank you, sir.
That's right.
I rather listen to what W.E.B. Du Bois had to say.
Boys.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What chill? Because them people, they were successful. Oh, they
Right.
did some shit for everybody. The educated lame, the poor ass farmer, the gangster that lived in Boston, New York, Chicago. They did something for everybody. So that's
Right.
who I'm gonna fashion myself after. That's how I'm gonna
Right.
talk. I'm gonna try to refine myself as I go. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My idol is John Henry Clark. I wish I was more Southern so I could talk more Southern like him. You know what I'm saying? That's just real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
at the end of the day, look, man, I believe in our people. I believe in our people. And I accept I accept your faults, you know what I'm saying, because out of love. I gotta accept your faults out of love if we ever gonna really get to this unity, because that's my goal. So yeah, maybe we just misunderstand each other right now. I'm not gonna jump to the worst possible conclusion.
Conclusion.
My perspective is down the line we gonna understand each other,
That's right.
and then we gonna work toward the goal, and we gonna build a reality our kids can thrive in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything, but goddamn it, I probably work faster with JT than I work with Billy Bob and them. You know what I
Right.
mean? I feel like we can understand each other a lot faster. You know, so I'm gonna just fall back right there. But I mean, that's where I'm at with it. Number one, man, we need to stop judging each other so goddamn harshly.
You're right.
You
You're
know,
right.
I mean, it do come a time when you know what I'm saying, when you gotta call that shit out. And I mean, I'ma just be full front honest with a motherfucker if we gonna have a conversation, but I ain't gonna have it with 50 people. It's gonna be me and you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have it with
Right.
50 people. It's gonna be me and you. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if we can't
Right.
do it like that, I'm gonna just fall back. Well, yeah, you got the best hand, Doc.
Yeah.
You know. Oh man, it sounds like you didn't figure this whole shit out, life and everything.
There
Then
you
let me
go.
listen to what you gotta say. And then after I let you talk yourself into some circles, then I'm gonna politely point out the fallacies of your ideology. I'm just sitting back and
Mm,
collecting information. It ain't gonna be no confirmation bias over here. Hey,
right.
if you got some shit that you saying that resonate with me and that shit makes sense, you know what I'm saying? That shit might help me be healthier, wiser, more intelligent,
Right.
a better man, a better husband,
Right.
make a couple of dollars, hit a lick. Hell yeah, I'ma listen.
Right.
Nigga, I ain't no fool. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But then at the same time, right? If you talking some crazy shit, hey, let's go to war. Let's burn the hood down. And I'm like, oh,
No.
oh shit.
No.
If
No.
you gonna be that nigga, you gonna be that nigga at the bar that's buying everybody drinks. You drunk than the motherfucker. You want to buy me a drink? Well, sure, sir. I'll take that drink. And guess what? I'm gonna leave your ass right there at the bar, nigga.
Right there.
Straight up, have another one. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't
I'll drink to
yeah,
that.
I can't tell you how to live, and I can't tell you how to feel, and I can't tell you what to think. But this
Right.
what I am gonna do. I'm gonna continue to be a man. I'm gonna stand up for what I think is right. I'm gonna work towards my community. I'm gonna love my people. And if I'm a fool, I'm gonna love black women exclusively. And I'm willing to overlook their flaws. And if I'm a fool for that, well, goddamn it, I'm a fool. You know what I'm saying? Get some flashing lights, put it on my forehead. Because at the end of the day, man, I gotta look myself in the mirror.
Right.
You know, and so I'm gonna be happy with what I see looking back at me. You
Right.
know, and it don't matter how many motherfuckers on YouTube or in real life, or goddamn it, think I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Plenty of people call me all kind of names. Hey, just don't call me late for dinner. Shit.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
Like I
I
said, I
agree.
got a lot on my mind, JT. I can keep going, but I'm gonna shut up right
Well, brother Rob, you talking about some steaks, some damn potatoes for a long damn time. When the brother gonna get a plate, man? Ah, damn. We know each other for a long time. When the brother gonna get some steaks and potatoes,
now.
man?
Yeah. All right, I'm done.
Yeah. All right. Muhammad, you want to build on that? And
Yeah. Well, I'll just be very brief. Let me tell you what I did today. JT, remember I told you I was going outside for some air?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's this young little kid that lives in my building, young brother. He's about 8 or 9 years old. So I ran into him into the lobby, and he said, "Hey, Mr. So, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good. How are you?" I said, "What's that you got in your hand?" He said, "Oh, I got to sell candy for my school." So I said, "So how you doing?" He said, "Oh, nobody's buying." I said, "Man, come with me outside, man." So we sat where we sat, right by my building. People were coming in. I said, "Hey, man, let's give to the cause for this kid, man. Dollar candy." Yo, that kid was sold out in less than like a half an hour, right? And he looked at me and said, "How'd you do that?" I said, "Kid, you'll learn that when you sell something, you got to be accommodating to all that people that's paying. So, just watch what I do." And this kid was so happy. He said, "I'm a businessman."
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, "Yeah, you are a businessman." So, I tried to inject positivity in the kid. Like, yo, you can do this, man. So then after I got through, he went out and so, he walked a little bit around the area and he got, he said, "Yeah, that worked." I said, "Well, you good?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, well, take that money upstairs before some other kid comes around and try to snatch it from you." He said, "Okay." He took the money upstairs. So, it's just a little something. Always try to, and I'm work, that's just a little something. That's a little bit would take you a long way sometimes, So
Brother, can I add on to that, brother?
sure.
Man, look, what you taught that young man is the most valuable lesson that you can teach any man, right? You must have self-confidence. You're not selling products, you selling you.
Right.
You selling. I was in
Right.
sales. I was in sales for 15 years before I got into education. Hey,
Okay.
I could sell ice cubes to Eskimos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, hey, look, bro. I'm not lying to you. You know what I'm saying? And I got
Yes, sir.
proof. Like the next time we go
Yes,
live,
sir.
I'm gonna pull out the proof. I used to be a personal banker at Washington Mutual, and then
Okay.
I ended up working with Chase. But
Okay.
what you
Right.
taught that young man is self-confidence, you know. And so in anything that he do, if he apply that lesson, all right, you know what I'm saying, the candy not gonna sell itself.
Right.
I have to project confidence in the candy so that
Right.
they'll be willing to buy it.
That's right.
You see what I mean? You don't sell, you get them to buy. That's the thinking. You see?
That's
So that's
right.
the perfect
Right.
lesson, brother. And you did it inadvertently or on purpose, I don't know. But that's a
No, it was inadvertent. It was inadvertently because I had just happened to run into him. And, I was on my way outside to, exercise my legs, for my hips and everything. And I just ran into him and he said, "Hey," and then, so I said, "Hey, man." So I said, "You got 2 left? I'll buy 2 from you. Matter of fact, keep the candy. Here, there's a couple of dollars." So, he's very appreciative of that. And he said, "I feel like a real businessman." And I said, "Look, have self-confidence in what you selling. Because what you sell, it ain't the product, it's how you sell the product.
No
You know
doubt.
what I mean?
No doubt.
Yeah.
And I mean that take you a long way. That self
Right.
confidence. Hey, I can only speak for myself on this,
Right.
but I mean the advice that I done gave to other young men that I
Yes,
mentor,
sir.
they seem to have pretty much good luck with this. When you have self confidence, women will respond.
That's right.
Facts,
Women
facts.
respond to self confidence. They not gonna
Right.
respond to the guy that's talking about, well, where do you want to go tonight? No. They'll respond to the dude that, hey, be dressed and ready about 7:30. I'm gonna come through and
That's
pick
right.
you up, shouty. We going
And
to the
pick you up.
club, turn it up. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you know where
Mm-hmm.
you going, guess what, fam? She's going to follow.
All the time.
That's the
All
truth,
the
man.
time.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It's nature,
Mm-hmm.
brother. You are a
Right.
sender and she's a receiver.
There you go.
Her biology
There
is
you go.
like that. She got the
No,
box.
you're right.
She got the
Hey,
box.
indeed, Rob. Indeed. Indeed. Indeed.
Man, bro.
Indeed.
It is, man, self-confidence is the most important lesson. If it's not,
Mm-hmm.
man, but look, man, I just wanted to say out loud too, man. Hey, Sheik, man, come back too, man. I just love chopping it up with my mans. You know what I'm saying? That's all, man. Come back, G. I need to hop it up
Right,
with. I
right,
need to chop it
right,
up with you on
right,
the back chat anyway. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow if you free, Joe. Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to
right.
tell Muhammad this one. That was a good story, man. And giving that boy self confidence, that's a part of community building. You know what I mean? That's a good.
Yes, sir.
That's a good story. And bro, Rob, much respect to you, brother. Like, I man, I see you out here in these YouTube streets, man. You know what I mean? You doing your thing, man. You keep your composure. Sometimes you get fired up, but I respect you though because you always come from a balanced perspective, man. I respect that, man. As a young brother, for real. Yep.
Man, I appreciate that tone, and I do my best to try to keep it measured. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I do have a dark side. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say, you know what I'm saying? I got a dark side, and I try to keep that shit. I try to live that nigga down every day. I'm trying to kill the nigga in me every day, bro, because
Right,
I understand what escalation can do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You make a live stream, I find out what city you in. You know what I'm saying? You make another live stream, I call my
right,
guys that live in that city. You make
Right.
another live stream,
right,
I'm at your fucking door. You know what I mean?
right,
So
Hey,
right,
because I grew up in Chicago, I don't know how shit go down where other people from, right? But I reached out to the guys in Brooklyn and told them,
uh-huh.
hey, tell Takashi to chill that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys talking about going to get on a plane. You know what I'm saying? They was on their
right.
way to Brooklyn, man. They was about to make that man mama sad. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit, bro.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like
Wow.
where I'm
that
from, man, shit go from 0 to 100. Like, man, you won't even understand. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Right.
Can I add something onto that, JT, with the Takashi 69? Like
Right.
that situation, man, that shit is ridiculous, man. Like this dude, he was doing gangster rap or mumble rap or whatever, and oh, he was actually rapping about the shit that that some other people was putting him up to do and shit, man. And that shit to me, that's crazy too in our culture. Well, not I mean he's not black, but you know what I mean. Like, come on, man.
Can I put a perspective into that? And I want to talk into that. That's exactly what me and a lot of brothers do talk about. There's a lot of brothers that talk about how brothers steal another brother's style, another brother's life, another brother's drug life, whatever you live in. And they put it to their level and to their perspectives. And then when they get that real gangster, they get that real killer, that real goon to come up to them and it's about for them to die, then they want to cry like a little bitch. I remember in the 80s, if you talk that talk, you better walk that walk because you was going to get chin checked by real gangsters and real people that did live that life. Now, Just listen to T-Pain. T-Pain said it's okay to snitch. It's all right to snitch. So if you doing big and you get caught, it's all right to be a G and snitch because everybody's doing it. So just to hear that perspective from rappers, it makes me sick to my stomach.
Hey, and when people facing 100 years and shit, like my uncle used to say, man, you be surprised who'll tell on you, man. And they could
Hmm.
have been doing dirt with you, man. Like them same people that was riding with you, man.
So,
When
so
they
let me so let me put this out there right now. I know y'all see the title, right? I hope y'all see the title.
And that's why I wanted to get to the point of where that's why I feel that a lot of brothers don't communicate because we're so distracted with the negativity and what we see on TV and what we see on an everyday glamour type of fucking event because it's just like a circus, you feel me? So when I see my brothers just getting out of their level, their professionalism, their ethics, their values, their respect, it makes me further look at myself too. And it makes me think, damn.
Hold that though, Loso, hold Loso. I want you to continue. Monique Hill is a man's talk. This is man's talk. Every Friday, man's talk. Go ahead, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of look at myself and it's like, damn, am I always going to keep dropping and falling down because of the life that I used to live? But then, just like both of my brothers said, Tony and Brother Rob, if you have that confidence and if you are that leader and that king, you will rise up from any occasion or situations you go through. And if you got brothers that you communicate with and chopping down with and make a difference with, that will make other brothers look at you and say, you know what, that's a great leader. I want to get to meet that brother. I want to get to see what that brother's about. By the time you know it, y'all saving so much lives. And it's not even about the recognition. You know what I'm saying? You're just doing it because you love to communicate with your brothers and sisters and like to do things for the youth. But my thing is this, and I always tell Muhammad and JT this, and I leave it at this: when is the right time? When is the right time to know that there's brothers to be saved, brothers to be, that need to be called out on, brothers that need a reach of a hand or a reach of a brother, but they ain't got it because so many people turn on them, just like a queen. You know what I'm saying? There's so much reference and too many things that happen in this world. But sometimes I do sit down and think, am I gonna be this leader and this king that I know that I can be? Am I gonna have this confidence? His brothers and sisters are always gonna stay by my side. And as a leader, I gotta always make sure that I use my confidence and I use every strategy that I have to make a difference in the right way. And I want to leave it at that. Y'all go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, before I continue, anybody wants me to do another live after this, I'm handpicking the panel. So far, I think there's like 3 or 4 ones. I need 4 more ones. If y'all want to do if y'all want me to do another live, if not, this gonna be the last one tonight. And Monique, I was not loud. I don't know why you think that. I'm just saying this is man's talk, and that's all I said. So if my voice sound heavy, that's how man sometimes sounds. Okay. Next one, please. Anybody can build off that.
Okay, well, allow me if I may. I think JT, what you're talking about building the brotherhood, I believe it has to start block by block, community by community. It's got to work its way up because there are brothers out there like us that think the same way, like Brother Rob, Loso, Brother Tony Smith, Steve Sheet. There's brothers out there like that. So I guess what we have to try to infuse is wherever we lay our heads, we have to start there. And Loso, I'm sorry about the unfortunate situation you had earlier. And that to me, you know, that's not where it should be going, you know, and, you know, with the gunplay and all that. But I think it has to start block by block, build, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, because we ain't going to get it all in one day. You know what I'm saying, JT?
Yes,
So I think it has to go in small increments. And then one thing I know about brothers, even if they don't put in the work, when they see it working, some would jump on the bandwagon, some may not, but some mostly guys will, you know. But now, if you jump on the bandwagon, you just ain't gonna ride for free. You got to put in the work. You understand? You got to put in the work, man. I mean, just that little bit today with that little encounter I had with that little young man, you know, that's a start. Well, I know everybody around anyway. They know I used to coach, you know, whatever have you. But I see the gangsters. I know all of them. They say, hey, coach, OG, what up, OG? What's good? I say, yo, man, come in, man. And I try to build with them, get them into that frame of mind to get them out of the condition. You know, even if it's just for a few minutes, JT, to sit down and talk with them and hear them out and say, look, man, you know, you guys, you know, you're getting older now. You're getting older. Time flies. So you're going to have to put yourselves in a better position to get yourselves out of your condition. And I said, listen, man, there's this you could do. There's that you could do. If you need any references, you can use me as a name. Okay? I'm giving you that much to push you out there. You understand? But you're going to have to put the work in. I can't just bring you to a certain spot and say, hire this guy. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you, I can send you to people that are hiring, that will take you in and invest in you. But what are you willing to do? You see, I got to have it because I'm not just going to send you out there and you screw up the opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Right. So I got to know that I got to know that you're on point mind-wise to get what you have to get. And it starts there. It starts there. Small increments, small, and then as it builds to a crescendo, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Hopefully, the movement can be established. Hopefully. Because, you know, there are some kids, there are some young men that they stay under their mother's, you know, tit, whatever. And then a lot of mothers, you know, they have them babysit their old
Junior elder, come on. Just say they sucking on their mama's titty. Just say it.
Yeah, well,
hey, you know, on their mama's titty. You know, they don't want to let fucking go. Hey.
Right.
And they
but you know what though? But you know what though, brother? That works both ways. See, because they ain't gonna suck on mama titty unless mama allows it.
Right.
Okay. So.
Yeah. See, there you go. See, you always got me started. See, you get me in trouble too, man. You set me up too well. You good. You fucking good. You good. You good.
JT, like, yeah. God damn it, just cut to the chase, man.
No, because I see it, you know. And you know, listen, I had one, he could have walked right into a situation with a trade and everything. So I spoke to his mother about, oh no, I don't want him going because he has to take care of my I said, wait a minute. So you're gonna let this kid do this and stay at home when he could be having his career? Your mom. And I had to kind of like get on her about that. I said, Mama, that boy's almost 30 years old. He's what, 29? Well, that's all right. And I just said, okay.
That ain't no boy. That's
I
a
didn't force
hey
it.
Muhammad. That ain't no boy. That's a grown ass man, bro.
Preach, Lord.
Right,
So
That's a grown ass man. But go ahead, Muhammad. Go ahead.
Yeah,
right. And I told her, I said, and I known her for years. And I said, yo, girl, you got to let that boy go. You got to let him test the waters, man.
yeah.
It's about that time. It's past his time.
You know what?
You know?
I got an idea, and I want to put your butt. See, what we need to do, we gotta get a ginger, right? And then you put the ginger, empty the ginger out in a pitcher, right? And
Okay.
then after that, we put some milk in it, right? So
Okay.
instead, like he suck on a mama's titty, he could suck on a bottle. But maybe maybe it helps him to be damn independent. Why not?
Mm. Right. Right.
And then the mothers. I'm not getting off the subject. I just want people to understand it. And then they want to know some men do not want to be with them because you're not letting him grow up. And then he's not going to be like, yo, he said, sure, it's easy out here. I could stack up my money and live in a room or live in a house, and I got my own one floor, and my mom get one floor. And then I could bring women up in there. I could still travel and stuff, give her a little bit. But there's no responsibility. I don't have to worry about my father because my father's not around, and maybe the father is trying to tell what to do. And then at the same, that's what I'm saying. And I guarantee you, that's how some of these brothers be acting. On you, there is certain things that is missing in their life. And
Did you say on YouTube? On YouTube, you said on YouTube?
Throughout. I'm gonna say throughout.
Okay.
I'm gonna say throughout. If something happened, and so when we speak on it, so I'm saying this is what I'm saying. Like this, look at their characteristics, what they do. You ain't we know throughout. But let's look at you. Just social media too. I'll put those throughout humanity too. Yeah, we're gonna say all that too. That goes on too. But let's stick on YouTube. Let's see. You see what happens? You could see it.
yeah, when you're a young man and you just always up under your mom's, like the truth of the matter is, life is gonna be rough for you, man. It's gonna be rough because you're gonna be thinking that somebody is supposed to do something for you, when you really need to do what you could do for you at least before somebody try to help you. So yeah,
You know
being
what,
raised underneath
Tony?
your mom, yeah, that's not a good thing as a man for real. Go ahead,
You
Loso.
know what, Tony? You just said something, bro, that just brought me back years ago. I remember how my mom and great great grandma used to tell me, um, this clothes is not gonna get up from the floor itself. The food,
Right.
the food
Right,
from
right.
the food from the store is not gonna walk to the house. This garbage can, this backyard, these leaves are not gonna pick up themselves. You know what? We love you, but excuse my language. We don't like lazy motherfuckers. So get your ass up and make something out of your life. I've been working since I was 8 years old, and I want to thank my mother for that. Because just imagine if she would have spoiled me till I was 18 or 19 years old. I probably would have been a spoiled brat.
Hey, my mom's was the same way. She instilled discipline in us, even though it was just her by herself most of my life. You feel me? Yeah, she was the same way. Like she always went out and got hers, and that shit motivated me and my siblings. Like we always go out and still get ours for real. Yep.
I could say this for my father. Maybe me and him not all that tight, but when I learned from him, it's the worth that I learned from him how he treat people. Maybe at times he didn't treat our family right, but that's how he's raised. I'm not gonna hold that against him, but when I learned from him how he deals with how people respect him because how he treat people, and and sometimes that we do to my mothers. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But what we got to do, we got to start talking about more about fathers. We got to talk about father figures in our community because there are some of them has been lied on too. Talking about, oh
Right.
yeah, your father wasn't there. Father was there. You just do not want this to happen. And I think that
Right.
it's gonna be about time that we're gonna have man's talk on this too. So when that situation, I'm letting you know right now, when we talk about this, we're gonna talk about men that night, no women, men, because I think that they have been thrown away and stuff like that. But I could say this that I'm letting y'all right now. If y'all want me to do another live, I need to see some more ones, Tony and Silks and them. Start off. I think got about 3 or 4, something like that. Need some more ones if you want me to do another one. If not, no. And also before I continue, I chopped it up. Poetic Kells, I chopped it with Poetic Kells earlier on the Darkness Round Table. I want you to check it out. She posted that in the chat. Tomorrow night on prime time, I will chop it up with She Stay Sleep TV, the spoken truth of for our community. 9 o'clock prime time. Go chop it up with me on the Darkest Round Table. Come. It's going to be epic, y'all. It's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
epic.
yeah, JT. I want to say something as far as like you said, us appreciating the men out here. Shout out to all the fathers, like shout out to all the uncles, you know, all the good male role models out there in the world. You're right, because we don't get those type of men like the props that they deserve sometimes. You know what I
We
mean?
don't.
The
We
bad guy,
don't.
he
And they,
always get the props, but like the good
right,
guys,
exactly.
you
Right.
know what I mean?
Right. And we got to talk more about them. You know, mother's going to get theirs. And I know some
Facts,
men
facts.
don't like when I say that, but I don't care. Who cares? But they going to get theirs. I love my mom. My mom's still living. But we got to salute the brothers. And also, we got to salute the godfathers, too.
Right.
Take on. I'm a godfather, so I know what I'm talking we definitely don't talk about them. We lead them to a sting. No, you ain't nobody. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about them too. That some of them had to go on and raise other kids
I'm gonna say
and put.
something. I'm gonna say something because I'm a father. I'm a great father. My 21-year-old's in college and my 15-year-old, he's in high school. And I'm gonna tell you something. Being a father is the most beautifulest thing in the world, but it's also a 24/7 job. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is a job. If you're not cut up to be a father, if you're not cut up to be an uncle, if you ain't cut up to wake up every 2 hours or 3 hours when the baby's first born for the first few months, watch the baby take his first few steps. I'm talking about being patient when the baby cries, when you don't understand what he's going through, what she's going through, what's hurting her, and all they do is cry, changing pampers, going to doctor appointments and all that, and being there from them from day one till they leave your house. Then don't call yourself a father. Don't call yourself anything of the above. Why? Because a real father, no matter if the mother want to be in the life of the child or nobody want to be in the life of the child, a father's going to be a father. So you know what? Thank you, God, for making Jaloso a great father. I will never regret the great, beautiful gift that God gave me as a father. And I mean that with all the most respect in the world. My father was a piece of shit. My father used to rape me. You feel me? So for me to have my 2 kids and one son that is now mine, which is, you know what I'm saying, my 15-year-old stepson. I had him since he was 7 years old. He's 15 now. And every day when I talk to him, he always tells me, Dad, thank you for being a blessing in my life. Even though my dad left me, I know I got a dad no matter what. So thank you for bringing that up, brothers. Y'all just touched my heart with that. So I had to give myself a pat on the back because I damn sure am a good father. Y'all go ahead.
All right, CB Sports, my brother from the LDBC, always welcome. Shout out, let me say, shout out to the LDBC, that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. Also, basketball community. We not just talk about boxing, we do talk about other sports, and also we interview the boxers and also the trainers that you actually see on TV on cable. We actually also interview um ball players and even coaches. Even we have an MMA community in the LDBC. That's coach. That's the I call him the coach. That's CACSH Sports Combat Sports. He actually interviews the lady MMA fighters. How I know that? Because I've been on the panel and also I've been in the chat. So I know what I'm talking about, and I've not seen it. I experience it. And also they have merchandise that they sell it and we sell it. And the money goes back in our community. And we do talk about social issues in our community and we take care of our own. Also, we do have other ethnicity in it, but we are the one family, that's the LDBC. We also have sisters that are dynamic. They break down boxing and other things too. There are some strong women in it too. And so, like I said, MMA it is diverse and everything. So if you want to know more, go www.ldbc.com and you will find out yourself. All right, I need to put that
CB
out.
Sports was good, baby. CB Sports was good. Muhammad is the one, baby.
Yeah,
What's good?
CB Sports. Yeah, check out CB Sports, man. He be dropping it.
Yeah.
He
Go to
be
his
dropping
page.
it. Oh, yo,
Yeah.
yes, yo, he be dropping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support CB Sports.
So
Support CB Sports.
shout out to the LDBC and stuff. Anybody wanna talk about? Let's talk about that a little bit. Fathers is very important. We're not gonna talk about fathers that is not doing. We have to understand that too. We got us brothers. We got to stop that. Now the but let's talk about the man that is trying. That even there are some men that make mistakes and they they understand what they do and they came back and do the right thing. Let's encourage them. Now I want to throw it at Brother Rob. As a grown ass man, stop it, I'm messing with Brother Rob, as a man. As you being part of this community for a long time, especially the educational part of our community, and I know you see young brothers are doing the right thing for their family. And tell us why it's so important to encourage these brothers and actually let them know that they're doing what's right, because there are quite a few young brothers are doing it that is not being talked about. So tell us why it's so important.
All right. So this is, the short answer, right, is if you see a group of group of young black kids, boys and girls, right? They together. I guarantee you gonna think about some of the worst shit possible, and you for the community. Oh man, listen to him cussing. Ah man, you know what I'm saying? I hope she ain't gonna be pregnant before she's 16. I hear people say that all the time. So that's why we need to highlight the people that are doing well so that we can at least start thinking about ourselves in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? So that's the short answer. It's our perception of reality. We perceive ourselves as thoughts. We perceive ourselves as black female fuckery. We perceive ourselves as simps, as educated lames, as I don't know where I fit in at. My nickname is June, right? And I'm pretty much self-taught, educated. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no dummy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm urban. I'm from 79th Street, 079. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. You know what I mean? So like, where do I fall in at? I'm educated, but I'm not a lame. You know what I'm saying? My nickname wasn't Pookie. It wasn't Ray Ray. It was June. Junebug. You know what I'm saying? So like, where do I fit in? So we using all these categories to try to simplify things, but in essence, we are making it more complicated to unify. At the end of the day, Pookie and Ray Ray, nigga, we gonna need them. What you mean? Pookie and Ray Ray is the reason why I'm on the YouTube with you right now. If it's not for them, man, I ain't on here. That's just the man, them the facts. You know what I'm saying? Them the facts. They were so scared. They were so scared of the Pookies and Ray Rays from around my crib. That's why they didn't come on my block. Cause they was afraid. They knew that them dudes had them guns, and was gonna let them ride if they came across them. They knew that. You see what I mean? So, like, man, perspective is a funny thing. That's why I'm always asking people, man, where you from? Because if you didn't grow up in an urban setting, you don't understand. Like, people will shoot you over $5. You would think it's over $5. It's over the slightest bit of disrespect. The slightest bit. So a dude from NY, a dude from Detroit, you get to disrespecting him online. He like, hey nigga, I beat your you know what I'm saying? But then, not, and this ain't no slight on dudes, this is just the facts. But you from South Dakota, you from goddamn, Huntsville, Alabama. You might not get as fast as a dude that then got a pistol pulled on him because he had the wrong color on, because he had his hat turned a different way, because he seen his homie die in his arms. He might not get it mad as fast as him. That man hurt, fam. He has man, the guys that I mentor, man, the dude, they be boo-hoo fucking crying like little girls in my office, Joe. These the shooters. These the killers. You know what I'm saying? These the robbers, nigga. They got them bands on their legs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I work with. I work in the alternatives. That's why they be boo-hoo crying. Nobody understand.
So you be saying there's a song said teardrops do be falling. So they be having them teardrops they be falling, huh?
Yes, sir. We gotta pay it forward with them, man. They inherited a world after crack. They inherited, so our moral. Well, who the noble person in your family? That should be our next string. Where did our nobility go? We don't have no more nobility. Let's think about our ancestors for a second, and I'm gonna shut up. Let's think about our ancestors for a second. Right? They know that this man raped their mama. And no matter what he did, no matter how he treated her, no matter how he talked to her, right? We look at it and say, oh man, they were some dummies, right? They still had their shoulders high. They still had their head up. You know what I'm saying? They kept on believing we gonna make it. We gonna make it. The system, we talk about the system. Hey, the system allowed for somebody to come in their house and kill them. And nobody going to jail. And them people, all they did was kept believing in the God that we say fake now. They just kept believing in it. And all they whole thing was survive. Things gonna get better for our children. Now I ain't trying to be Debbie Downer right here, right? But look at us now. Where is your get up and get 'em at? Man, that shit hurt, bro. Where is your we shall overcome spirit at now? We got everything we need to overcome, and now we arguing about who gonna overcome first. Who got the best plan to overcome? We got everything we need to overcome right now. And we sitting around here arguing with each other, calling each other names and shit. Like that means something. Telling people where to get off at, like that's gonna help them or help us. Where's our nobility? We lost
Speak.
it. Well,
You know what? I wanted to say, son, that man, you, bro, Rob. When I say you speaking common sense and you being so logical, I ask myself the same question: where the fuck is our mobility? Where's our, I don't know, where's the values and the ethics? Just like I said before, when I hear Brother Rob talk right now, he's not only talking about us as men, us as brothers, us as leaders, us as warriors, but also men that understand the constitutions of the United States, the corruption of the United States, the corruption of the elites, but also the corruptions of our own brothers and sisters that turn on us because they're not comfortable with their own skin. They don't like the way they look. So they hate on their own people because they want to feel comfortable in somebody else's skin or in somebody else's payroll. You see, and that's another big problem that we got today in the young industry when it comes to, to acting and rapping and so many other different businesses that are corporated. You got people that will fall for the okey doke. And the okey doke is, yeah, just sign your life, sign your soul to me, and you'll have whatever you want. And that's another thing that brothers and sisters, especially brothers, especially kings, since we have the man talk, we have to learn how to wake up and see the signs, read between the lines, and understand that everything that they doing to us is a trick, is a setup. It's like being in probation. It's like being in parole. It's like being in prison and they tell you that you're going to be rehabilitated. But when you go to prison, all you see is murder and your own brothers killing each other and just crooked police just making it harder for you to go see and be with your family. So I feel for my niggas that are doing 36 years. Ain't never gonna see their wife. Ain't never gonna see their mamas. Ain't never gonna see their fathers. That's something that we need to talk about as well. Our brothers in the pen. Because I know there's a lot of innocent brothers that are in the pen that police put in the pen for no reason at all. And these brothers that have been in there for 15 or 30 years, wondering if they ever gonna get freedom. And I'm gonna leave it at this. I remember what my great grandmother used to say. Just because they took the shackles off me and just because they let you out of prison, it doesn't mean you free, baby. It just means that you just good enough until they feel they should take you out the picture. And be careful what you say because your mouth and your tongue is a powerful weapon. And if you scare them enough and shake them enough for you to be embraced and expose they puss ass, they will take you out the game. Go ahead, my brothers, take off.
I say,
Oh, I'm sorry, JT. I'm sorry. I just had to ask Loso a question.
no, go ahead, because I want to be on something else. Serious.
Okay.
This has got to be said. It's got to be said.
Okay,
Right.
okay. Loso, you're more into the rap game. What is the driving force behind each of these rappers trying to kill each other? Is it the record producers? Is it the trickery behind it? What's the force that is driving this, brother?
All of the above, my brother. All of the above. Everything you just said, including a little bit more extra. Remember, once you write your name in blood in that contract, you have to do whatever they say at whatever time, whatever day. It could be your mom's birthday. It could be Jesus' birthday. If they ask you to do something, you got to do it. It's like if you walking inside of a contract, they're gonna let you do what you do for about a year or 2 years. After that, they're gonna start pressuring you. You need to start doing this. You need to start doing that. Next thing you know, you see a white man bending over at the CEO record producing office talking about the ass ain't gonna fuck itself. So what you gonna do to it? Ask Puff Daddy and ask all them other rappers, but that's not what we're talking about. But in the music business, it's all of the above, my brother. Everything plays in the music business just as long as you follow rules. You don't break the oath, you live. You break the oath. Look what happened to Biggie. Look what happened to Pac. Look what happened to XXXTentacion. And the list goes on and on and on.
Right.
You feel me?
Wow.
So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, JT. JT, floor is yours, baby.
Nah, I'm gathering this. That there's quite a few brothers has been taking care of families for a long time. And we don't like talking about that. And that disturbs me. Even the ones that came out of jail for nothing. They got locked up for nothing. And then our brothers has stepped up and make sure they looked out for them. But we don't want to talk about it. We always want to switch the subject. And we wonder why our young brothers feel the way what they feel. We gotta start letting social media dictate how we talk. We gotta stop that. And again, I'm not negating what a woman is doing. I love my mother. She had gave birth. She always been there for me. God bless, and I love her. You know what I'm saying? There's no ifs about. I love my late grandmother, my late great grandmother. I do. But it seems that when it comes to men, we don't talk about these men that stepped up. I don't know what it is. If it's experience, if you've been with a woman all the time, or be with a mother or grandmother, I don't know. Or it's not enough. I don't know. Or maybe you've been through. I don't know. But we don't give our man credit. We really don't. And I know that sometimes that when I say things like that, it's not popular in our community. When we talk about men. Thank you, Diana Boy. I appreciate that. Because see, I talk like this at times, and I'm not talking about the chat. I look at chats at times. They be quiet. They be so quiet. And I'm not gonna say, oh, you like talk about women. No, y'all think about that. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, women. I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But when the man, when we say saying about the man, they quiet. And I'm sorry. America says sorry, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. As a man, it bothers me because we let their narrative to throw them away. And sometimes us as men, we in so much of our feelings that we don't see the bigger picture either. There's always two sides to every story. We watch. I'm saying that we gotta do a better job to take care of them. Let me throw it. I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw that in it. Yes, we do. I have friends that their fathers was in jail for years for nothing. He put a hand on me. Come to find it was a lie. His life is going over 30 years. He's a felon. He can't find a job over a lie. So he had to piece back his life. And then not telling the kids probably believe what she says or or somebody in the family says that it was a lie. Come to find out, their life is in shambles. But we don't like to talk about it. We don't. We don't like to talk to men that been in jail, that had to do nothing, or even someone's probably get locked up for a little and stay there for all those years. We don't salute these men that come out and still want to serve our community. Even if they say they don't want to serve the community, you can't blame them for that. But we don't like to talk about it. We don't. And that is the damn problem too. Like my parents or my late father and my mom's always say, there's always two sides to every story. Or I'm just saying, salute these brothers. And one of these organizations, they take these brothers on and help them to get jobs, to help them to be in this oppressed system. But we don't want to talk about it. We let the system talk about it because you know how they feel about it. We don't like to talk about the racial part of this system. When you got racial lawyers on both sides, then you got the judges. We got to throw the women in because the women is doing it too. And they locking up our men for nothing, breaking them down. Getting said, hey, rape me, or this happened to me, and come to find out it's a lie. And they still gotta have a stain for the rest of their life. But we asked them, to forgive. And all along, they telling us, we telling the truth. We telling the truth. I'm innocent. And we turn our back on them like this. And we don't like talking about it. Even the brothers that do the work to make sure they're safe. When is going to be a day that our assistance count? Not just when some of us feel like it, but all the goddamn time. And I'm talking to brothers. Do you respect my existence enough to exist? Brothers? And until we understand that, until we understand to have these conversations, it's got to happen often. It's still going to be some half-ass conversation happen. And you know what happened? We always going to try to blame the black man, but you know at times it's not his fault. And we wonder why our brotherhood is not together. Some of it we blame on ourselves. Might as well. We should. I know we did things. Yeah, I get it, but not everything. We do count. And I do not want to be around another black man feels that he think I don't count. Now, self-value that comes in the picture now. Because you have self-value, you don't get it. But my value counts. No matter what I put in, big or small, my self-value counts. My existence counts. When are we as brothers going to breathe in and talk existence to that? When? That's all I'm saying. When? Because we're doing a lousy job. We are. Sometimes we don't even want to listen to what the father's saying. We don't want to listen to the uncle saying. And all that time they tell the truth. And you know what happened? We were like, wow, I didn't know. Yeah, well, they even telling the truth. And some of them is already dead of their spirit. Then picture leave from there and go to a family that, oh, they got to play catcher because they find out what he was saying all the time is facts. So he has to deal with that.
Yeah, everything you said was facts, man.
After I ain't mean cut you off because I want you to keep on. We gotta stop it. I'm being honest. I'm being honest right now. Brothers gotta stop bringing what I'm saying. If it's a brother do something wrong, put him on the side and tell him. But we gotta stop talking down existence of some of these brothers that is trying to do. We gotta stop. If the one's a bunch of fucked ups, call them out. I'm with that. But the brothers are trying, we gotta talk existence to them. We have to. Like my mom's told me this too. Every woman is not telling the truth. And I know there are some brothers don't like when I say that, but you know, if you will understand what I'm saying, you get it. If you don't, oh well, that's on you. And I have to learn that myself personally. That's when we have our cunning attitudes. We know how to dress up things. You guys know that, son. So I'm not gonna be around getting older now. That's my mom's told me that. My late grandmother told me that in her way, and my great grandmother told me that, and my aunt told me that in their own way. They told me the same thing. But we don't talk. We don't talk to the brothers that's trying to do. We always want to be around with the stars. Just do the work. Just do the work. You don't have to be. Just do the work. But when I said I fight for the underdog, I do. I wrote on it. Yeah, I do. That's part of my vision. But I ain't no yes man. Never did, never will. But we gotta talk existing to these brothers, young brothers and old brothers too. We gotta talk existence to them. Because there are strikes against them. And I'm talking about the ones in jail and the one in existence right now. That is stacking. That sometimes, at times, we don't like talking about that. Each brother, we should say, we do count. We have the right to be in this world. We have the right to fight what we have to have for our own rights, for our people, to stop being the bottom of the human race and raise ourselves up where we belong, the top of the human race. Like I always said, one people, one flag. We always going to talk about the women and little girls. There's no ifs and buts about it. We are. There's no else about it. But I want to hear more that we talk existence of us men. And the men that are a bunch of fuckers, they need to get called the fuck out. If you don't want to be part of this movement, get the hell out. No matter what class you in. And I know a lot of people don't like what I say, but I don't care what you think about me. And anyway, you shouldn't think that. You should think what I'm saying. and let's work. And who knows, brother? You probably going through the same thing that some of us going through, right? You don't even know it. Our young brothers is dying. We don't even want to say, hey, I like the way you mash up them clothes. That's cool. I like that. So I'm saying, man. Y'all could build on that, cuz. All right, y'all go ahead and build.
Well, I know it's a little funny story. It wasn't funny, but I laugh and chuckle at it. But the brother was right. This was a couple of years ago. It was on Father's Day. We were sitting in front of my building on the benches, building. And he told me, he said, "You know what, man?" I said, "What's up?" He said, "When it comes to Father's Day, you need a scorecard to see how many black women, tell you Happy Father's Day." I said, "Oh shit!" But he said, "But had it been Mother's Day, if you don't say Happy Mother's Day to them, they get all in your ass." I said, "Yeah, that's true." He said, "You need a scorecard." I was like, "Wow." But you know what, JT? And relating to the subject, there are a lot of good brothers doing things, and it's never highlighted because I think, and I'm just taking a little stab here. I may not be right, but I'm gonna take a little stab. Ever since slavery, the black man has been always deemed a threat. So they don't never give the kudos or whatever, the attention or whatever have you, and it just go by the wayside. But while our counterparts always get away with it. Like right now, I'll subtitle this, I'll subtitle this to our sports team, the Giants. Now coming up in this draft, JT, they're picking number 6. Now the skinny is they were going to draft this quarterback from Ohio State, this big black quarterback, Giants. But now to hear these radio stations, no, you bypass it, get somebody else, and wait a minute, this kid is pretty good. He proved it. But the black man will never get his just due in this oppressive society. You see, so I guess we become so immune to that we still go do our thing, but again, it's not highlighted. Just like what you said, it's not highlighted. So, but you know what? That still shouldn't stop us from doing what we got to do anyway, because we still have to press forward in getting ourselves together first, healing first, and then like she said, healing first, then we get it together, and do what we have to do and to get things done. So I know with that said, we would never be looked at in a favorable light as far as this country is concerned. I mean, they'll like you for a minute, like, even with Tiger winning last week, the Masters. Oh, they highlighted him for a minute, but after a while, he'll be passed to the side, And just think of how many men that done great things, and like Brother Rob, W.E.B. Du Bois, John Henry Clark. They would never be in American, well, especially with white American folklore, because they were always against the system, I guess, so to speak. You understand? So, that's where it lies, brother. But again, that shouldn't stop us from doing what we do. What y'all think about that?
Go ahead, Tony. Rob or Tony and also Bill on it.
Uh, I really don't have too much to really add on to that, man. That was both of you guys, all of y'all on the panel. Everybody's just hitting on everything, man. That's like you know, that affects the black community. That's pretty much I can really say.
Okay. Thanks for your input.
Yep.
Well, Brother Rob.
Well, I mean, it's a lot to respond to right there. Um, you know, my my take on it is this. You know, it's a book I have read. I suggest it. It's called The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, and it's written by a gentleman. His name is Stephen Covey, and it's a quote from the book. And I put it in the chat sometime. And what he say is, we tend to believe that we see reality as it is. The truth is, we see reality how we are, right? And so, I'm saying that to say this. I just have a different outlook on the way I'm going to interact because I'm trying to produce intentionally a certain outcome, you know, and it really, I mean, I got really thick skin, you know, and not to brag or anything, but I deal on a professional level. I deal with hard to deal with people every day. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to imagine the people that I work with, they edgy. They have to be edgy to work in that environment. And so, you know, it's a pretentious situation, let's say. I just like that word. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, uh at the end of the day, when we dealing with the community, we know that we dealing with a fool, right? And like I can't get mad at a shark for wanting to bite me because I jumped in the Atlantic Ocean, you know? I can't get mad at a snake if I'm walking through fucking Snake Mountain, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't get mad as hot if I'm walking through the Sahara. I make allowances for reality. I don't call a lazy nigga to help me move, you know? I just don't do it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get overly excited or overly moved by any new ideology. I done said it before and I say it again. You know, whenever anybody want to have an intellectual conversation with me about anything, understand. I'ma understand your point of view and my point of view even better. You know, extreme claims call for extreme proof, and we just got to stick to the big picture. We need our people moving, and all conversation got to be moving toward that. And if it ain't, that shit might be entertaining, but it's not fucking moving us any iota towards progress. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on. Give a fuck what them niggas on. I really don't. God bless them real good.
What's the name of that book? What's the name of that book again, Brother Rob?
It's called The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People.
The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yes, sir. I'm concerned about black issues, how we gonna put the money together to address them, what's first, and then my faith, my belief, my whatever you want to call it. If we build it, they will come. And I figure if I just keep working, I'm gonna build the mighty work. Other people gonna join in. Oh, this nigga got it popping. You know what I'm saying? Other people gonna join in, and then that shit gonna become organic. And before white folks can shut it down, the shit gonna be rolling. That's just what I believe. I believe I can do it by myself, goddamn it, if ain't nobody gonna help. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. I'm out here working. I'm a fool. Shit. I'm trying to help people that don't think very highly of me. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I might as well. Somebody gotta do it. I don't give a damn what people think. I'm just gonna do what I think is right. I'm gonna do
And
what I think most important.
who's that author again, brother? Please repeat that.
His name is Stephen Covey.
Stephen
Oh, okay.
Covey.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. All
Very
right.
powerful brother. He influenced the guy that wrote the book. It's new. I got it at the crib. I ain't even opened it yet. But it's
Okay.
called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I swear on everything good, Joe. That's the name of the book.
All
You know,
right.
The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. In real time, you could go to Google right now if you in the chat.
Okay.
You know what I'm
But you
saying?
know, it's funny you said that because JT, I had a little tit a tat with this brother it was years ago. When I was coaching Little League Baseball over here in my neighborhood, right? 11 and 12-year olds. So he came to see a couple of games. And then, so one Sunday, him and I and my nephew were sitting on the benches. You know, we had an off day. He goes to me, he says, yo, man, why you take your time coaching? You take your valuable time coaching these kids. They suck. They suck. They ain't going to make no pros. Da, da, da. He went on and on and on and on and on and on and on, right? So I let him get his stick. I let him get his stick off, you know. So then I said, you finished, bro? He said, yeah. What you got to say? So I turned to my nephew and I said, Jay, the reason why I coach these kids, because I don't want them ending up to be like this man right here, asking for dollars and quarters at age 45 in front of the Korean store every day. You understand? And he didn't know what to say after that. He said, oh, you went there? I said, yeah, because you went there. I said, kid, it's not about them making pro. It's about them. It's about them getting on in life, working with their peers, teamwork. They learn these things. So when they get jobs and they're working with other people, they know what to do. So, you know, it's not about making pro. If they make pro, cool. All right. But, you know, I'm trying to prepare them for life, man, you know, and make their own way. It ain't about this and that, this and that. No, come on, man. Stop it. You know, he's one of these goon type of dudes in the neighborhood, you know. And guess what? The same guy who popped that did 7 years in Gaithersburg, Maryland for selling drugs, right? He came out last summer, went back down there and got busted again. So how smart is that? You see? So, you know, he's gonna be spending the rest of his life in the can, bro. You know?
Dum.
There you go. There
All
you
right.
go. So
All right.
that's
So I'm sorry. If anybody want me to do another live, one last time, put the ones down. And Loso, anything you want to say?
No, really. I just gotta say, man, you know what? Everybody on point. Everybody on point. Everybody thinks different. Everybody has a different, you know what I'm saying, strategy and how they look at things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's idea, everybody's plan, everybody's way of just seeing things in life should be respected, even if it's even if it's to agree to disagree or disagree to agree. One thing I do know, there's a lot of brothers out there that would never in their life be with their family. Trust me. I know what that life is like. I know what being behind the bars is like, and it's hell. When they tell you when to wake up, when to take a shit, when you can sleep,
right.
when you can read. You understand what I'm saying? It's like
That's right.
basically you are living the life that you most hate. You always promised yourself when you was growing up you would never put yourself in that predicament. But then life just goes a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? You just leap a little bit to the left and sometimes things can happen, but you know what? You embrace your problems. You embrace your troubles. It makes you the man that you are today and the king that you will always be. And when you have kids, you embrace that to your kids. You teach your kids the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, just like you would do with the young youth. Not everybody's going to follow you accordingly.
Right.
Not everybody's gonna be down with what you down with. Everybody's gonna have a different idea or perspective. But one thing that we can come together and talk about is the fuckery and the bullshit, and especially the fact and the statements that we have made today. We should make them topics. You know what I'm saying? Brother Rod came up with a few topics. JT came out with a few good topics. Me myself came out with a topic. Just like Brother Muhammad and Tony and everybody else, just like Sleep TV and all the queens. But just this is man talk once again. I remember when I was in the pen, and I'm gonna leave it at this. Remember, I was in the pen, and I was talking to a lifer. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call old timers. We call them lifers.
Right.
I was on my third year. This man was on his 53rd year in prison, 53 years.
Wow.
And I asked him, "How do you do it? Do you know that this man was released after 58 years and he died a year later?
Mm.
This man ain't even get to enjoy his life. His family was granted $30.5 million, but this man died in pain and miserable, and he lived miserably all his life.
Mm.
And when I sat down and I heard the brother's story, because he was a brother, he was a Rastafarian brother, but his father was a veterinarian warrior. Yeah, his father and his great great grandfather, they were all veterinarian warriors. You know what I'm saying? World War I, World War II, Desert Storm, all that. And when he told me his story, that's when I knew it's not only 1%, 2%, 3% of innocent brothers being in prison that are Latin and black. It's almost a 35 to a 53% of
Mm.
innocent brothers right now that are going to die someday on death row. You
Right.
see, so you know what? When I wake up, I gotta give thanks to God, man, because I can't even imagine how them brothers feel, man, knowing that they got a death and an execution date. And then the brothers and sisters that are being wrongly convicted of another motherfucker's crime. I mean, it's a lot to think about. But what that old man taught me, I embrace it a lot. And the reason why I do is because I know there's brothers out there that are crying for help and they asking for help because they innocent. So just like my brother said, let's make shit happen. Let's get on these topics and let's make sure that these topics are talked about on a daily basis. Go ahead, JT, take over.
I love you, man. Yeah, he stopped. All I can say on that, I appreciate that, and start low. So, ho. Anybody that wants me to do a stream after this, I gotta see some ones. Muhammad's the one. Do you y'all, do you want to see me do a lot? If I do a live at this, will y'all come back?
Brother, I'm about to crash in a little while.
Okay, all right.
To be honest, yeah.
Okay. Oh, more Loso. Somebody say they love you, Moso. Yeah. All right. Brother Rob, last remarks, please.
Yeah, in closing, I just say that I try to be balanced when I'm out here talking on YouTube. It's not lost on me that, does you know, do we need a lot of work in the black community? We do. Are some of our morals and ethics fucked up? Yes, they are. You know, is the do the shit look bad? Yeah, it do. Right? But at the same time, I can't give up. So that's where my talk at. That's where my speech at. That's where my thoughts at. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, at the same time, I'm trying to absorb what's happening around me and just give my best perspective. So if I be speaking out of turn, so I mean, man, That ain't my intention. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for no shine or nothing like that. I just be out here chopping it up with people and speaking from my heart, man. That's real talk, G. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real humble man, bro. Like most people that know me, they just know that I'm a family man and I got a job. I don't go around telling people I'm the educator of the community. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all know me as because that's what I share with y'all. You see what I'm saying?
But see,
I
but
work in the community, bro. I just go and rake old people leaves with my son just to show them like, man, it's okay, fam. It's okay to do it and don't have to, and nobody have to know. Just me and you, Joe. That's all. You know what I'm saying? In our heart, we know we did the right thing. We don't need everybody approval. You know what I'm saying? So in closing, man, make you the judge of your own character. Hold yourself to a standard that's so high that man, you can't get there until you 80. You know what I'm saying? Man, and Kemet, they had to study for 40 years to say they graduated. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just to put that in perspective, if we saying that's the highest culture ever,
yeah,
put that in perspective. They graduated at 40 years old. What if you failed the class or a couple of classes over 40 years? You know what I'm saying? Think about it, right? You graduated at 40. So anyway, in closing, I just say, be your own worst critic. You know what I'm saying? And then your own best advocate as well. We got to stay balanced. That's what my art is about, you know? So, man, thanks for having me, man. And I'm about to fall back.
all right. Well, I named you educated for our community because of inspiration. Give us, so people said, man, if we could be educated and be out here, I can do it too. That's what I named you because he's an inspiration, bro. And we appreciate you, the work that you do. Loso, last remarks, please.
First of all, I just want to tell the kings, all in the panel, thank you and God bless y'all and God bless y'all family. Please stay humble, keep doing what y'all do. Believe it or not, but all of you are making a difference. JT, that goes to you as well. The chat, man, God bless y'all. All y'all families, everybody that y'all love, God bless them all. But I think, you know what I'm saying? It's about having standards, having values, having ethics, being able to express yourself the way that you are without being pointed at or judged or even being, a symbol where people can feel free to disrespect you at your craft and what you do. But one thing I do want to say, I think coming truthful and respectful and humble as a man that is trying to make a difference in the right way is what's going to lead you into the righteous path and the righteous way you walking in a narrative way and making sure that you progress and even along with the fuck ups and the pressures and the stress days that you gonna have, that should element you to know that you gonna rise from that occasion and that situation. You see, a man is always prepared like a warrior for the battle, the fight, or whatever he has to do to make sure that he stands up for what he believes, his beliefs into defending his family and his own constitution as a man, to be aware of the segregation, the racism, the favoritism, the capitalism, but more importantly, the racism that we have today. So I think a man has to be faced up with so many challenges. Some are difficult, and some, you know what I'm saying, after a certain amount of time, you'll be able to overcome them. So you just ride them out. But there comes a point in a time in a man's life where you have to put your foot down and say enough is enough. So it's striving and working hard and fighting hard for my black and Latin people is what I must do to stand up, to speak the truth, and doing what my brothers are doing. That's exactly what I'm finna do. And I think that's what makes a man. You ready for whatever. And you have to be willing to be ready for whatever consequences come your way. You see, a man doesn't back down. A man fights to the end. And that's my last quote. Go ahead, sir.
All right, cool. Muhammad's the one. Stay right there. I'm gonna make my last remarks.
Yeah,
Muhammad's the one.
thank you again for having me, JT. Again, it was a pleasure, serving on your panel. Peace to my brothers Rob and brother Loso and Tony Smith and Chief, wherever he's at. You guys are like considered my family. You understand? And I hope that tonight we were able to come up with some sort of solution of how we as men can get together, reclaim our communities, uh, you know, keep doing the work. As I know one time, Brother Art had told me on your panel one time, JT, he said, I hope that, you've been doing it for years, Muhammad, but I hope you ain't getting tired, and I guess for me, I can never get tired because as long as I see that young black brother that needs help, or even a young black sister, they will allow me to, just to point them in the right direction or get them to, if I can't serve them, I get them to somebody who can. And, that's what it's all about. So, with that said, you know, um, I guess it'll be everlasting until my time to leave this earth. So, that's the way I'm looking at it. And I would never stop doing, like Rob says, we can't give up on the community because, yes, there might be a few screw ups out there, but you know what? There are good people out there too. And I prefer to, to focus on the ones that are doing good. But then the ones that are screw ups, you got to teach them too. So whether they listen, they'll hear it, they'll listen, and eventually they'll come around. Once you get to prove to them what your theory entails. So thank you again, JT, and I love this, man. It was a great conversation, and it needs to be talked about even more. And with that, I bid peace to each and one of y'all, and peace to everybody in the chat that came through. Thank you very much.
I appreciate that. Before I make my last remarks, I said today, 9 o'clock p.m. tonight, She Stay Sleep will be with me, chopping it up on the Darkness Roundtable. That's right, the one and only She Stay Sleep. The spoken truth for our community. We'll chop it up with me on the Darkness Roundtable, prime time tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow, damn, tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight. Yeah, you're right. Tonight. God damn.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm going to do another one after this. I might have to think about it. I see the time.
Yeah. It's almost 1 o'clock, brother.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna do it. Right. If I would start 9:30, maybe I started, but it's this late. We're gonna close this out, everything. Maybe I may get up tomorrow, tonight. Tonight. I don't know. It depends how the underrated life feels.
All right.
It's all right. But I want to thank y'all. Thanks so much and everything. And us as men again, let's advocate for men all the time, not just sometimes, all the time, and also advocate for little boys. And on that note, thanks again, brothers. She Stay Sweet, Tony Smith, Loso, the junior elder himself, Muhammad's the one. Also, Brother Rob, the educator of our community. I want to thank you and everybody else in the chat. Thank you so much. And the ones in the chat that want to reach out to me, go right ahead and reach out to me. Most likely, I'll be up for a while. Let me do this. Let me see. I'll be up for a while. So I know somebody said they want to check you. So I'm right here. So hook a brother up. I'll be up for a while. Gotta look over some things. And on that note, thank you so much. Get host.